Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is David Charles, International Psychic Medium, and today I'm doing a brand new reading for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Recently there's been, I think, reports that Meghan has hinted that Harry loves his new life there in the way of life in America, but I've been receiving some spirit messages that may not quite go along with that. So today we'll have a look with some tarot and some oracle cards. And at the end of the reading, I'm going to give you two major secrets that no one has revealed, as far as I know anyway. So stick to the end. It's not a long reading, you haven't got long to wait. But there'll be two major secrets, and I will reveal them today, and you'll hear it here first on davidcharlespsychic.com. If you want a reading with my team, go to davidcharlespsychic.com. I've got the best. I only employ the very best, so they work for me, and they're experts in what they do. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. So first of all, we'll take a look at Prince Harry and see what comes up before I reveal the major secrets. And as far as I know, they've not been seen by anybody else, but let's have a look. We'll do Harry first, and then we'll do Meghan, and then we'll do them both together, a team. Thank you so much for watching, especially my subscribers. A big thank you, and especially to those of you who are brand new, and I hope you'll become subscribers and join our lovely team of people from all over the planet, thousands of them, who follow this channel, because I do love readings and all sorts of readings. But today we're doing Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I get told off as saying Merkel a lot. It's Meghan Markle, and let's have a look. The negatives for Harry are yin and yang imbalance, and a lot of you out there will know. If you're interested in tarot and healing and that kind of thing, you'll know what yin and yang is. It's the energies that they say flow through us like the energies of a light switch or a car or whatever. Positive and negative energies. If they're out of balance, it can make you feel a bit torn, a bit pulled all over the place, as depicted by if you see this with your little phones, the major arcana chariot there, you can see the horses, not really horses, are they, in that? Pharaohs are pulling in opposite directions. He's being pulled all over the place. And it means Harry may be trying to be in 10 places at once, or that people want him to be in more than one place at once. This may have come up in the last reading, because it may not change all that much, but there are changes at the end, as I said. So Harry has got high stress levels. That means he's not sleeping. It means to me that something very big is on his mind and it's worrying him. And I think I'll tell you about that in a bit, but I think I know what that is. But it's not a negative reading. The only problem I've got with Harry is that he could, and I'm looking 12 to 14 weeks ahead to start with, but he could experience some kind of a loss. Now that can mean losing money. It can mean losing a job, obviously not in his case, but it can mean losing each other when you fall out of love with somebody. But a loss is in the reading. In the worst cases, it can mean a bereavement, but that's very rare. That's Hollywood stuff usually from the movies. The tarot and the spirit guides don't normally reveal deaths in readings. If you see a death in a reading, it's usually because you know it's coming anyway. Somebody's not very well. But there is a loss in his reading, and he needs to be careful. And I don't really think, well, I may get told off, but I don't think Harry is as happy as he makes out he is, or as Meghan makes out he is. In fact, I think he's quite unhappy. There's a bit of a front going on. He's beginning to realise, or he's beginning to believe, I'm not saying he's done it, but he's beginning to believe that he's made a few mistakes along the way in the recent years, which a lot of people would say he has. But I think it's beginning to dawn on him now, and things are changing for Harry, and they're changing big. But there's no real bad negatives here, apart from stress, lack of sleep. I think he's come up in other readings. I think he's a bit down. I won't use the word depressed, because I don't think he's depressed. I think he's fed up. I think he's putting on a show. I think he's learnt some showbiz or acting things from his dear wife, and I think a lot of it's a front. Now, let me tell you some positives. He's got some money coming, but that could be from the contracts he's signed over there, advertising and movies maybe, or TV appearances. So there is money coming. Richness is coming, which means richness, not in money terms, but richness inside. So although he's going through a fraught time now, he will become happy soon. But that won't be in the next 10 or 12 weeks, that will be further forward. And I'll tell you about that amongst the major secrets at the end, the 2 major secrets. But he's got some money coming. He does have a very generous nature. He can afford to, I suppose. But he does like to give, not just money, but he gives his feelings, his compassion, and it's genuine. It's a bit like his mum, Princess Diana, was. And him and William are like that, his brother. And he's a very giving, kind person. But at the same time, it can lead you to be used by people. And I think he's being used a lot by a lot of people. Not just one person, quite a lot of people are using him. They're hangers-on, if you want to call them that. That's what we call them in England, in the UK. I call them something worse sometimes. But he's surrounded by people who are out for their own gains. And that I don't think you need to be psychic to know that, but that's what's coming through this reading. And I think they're using him, they're persuading him to go in directions he doesn't really want to go. And he's got real no backup, has he? Because he's not really friendly with his family yet, but he will be, as I predicted before. He will be again soon. But at the moment, I think, it's going to be a strange word, but I think Prince Harry is lonely. And I think he's lonely, even if he's in a crowd of people, 1,000 people in a room, he's still lonely. But his positives indicate an admirer. So he has a secret admirer. He's got millions of them, of course, but this one is someone who can get close physically. So it may be someone that he knows, and this person has got a spot for him in her heart. It's a lady, of course. And there's more complications than that. If you see the Ace of Cups here, you may be able to make that out. It depends on how big your device is. The cups, of course, are the hearts in an ordinary deck of cards, and they signify, a lot of the time, they signify love. And aces indicate new beginnings, so that to me means a new lover. But there's complications, as I said, because Harry is also soon to be contacting or contacted by a lover from the past. This has come up before in the readings, and it's here again today. And it's not just in the reading, it's pretty much a certainty. So I believe that he's in touch with an ex within 12 to 14 weeks. But after that, I'll tell you at the end. So he's got... Actually, this person may also get him some kind of a gift. So he's got happiness predicted, much more than he's got at the moment, but he's got to make a big change for that to happen. He could lose something if he's not careful. He could be swindled or deceived by someone who could steal from him. And he is surrounded by some selfish people, that's a mildest word I can think of, who I think they're using him. And again, you don't need to be psychic to know that, but that's what I believe. But he's got new beginnings coming soon, and I'll tell you what that is in the major secrets near the end. At the moment, Harry is unhappy and is lonely. And not surprisingly, he misses his mum, Diana. Well, we all do, I do. She was lovely. Let's take a look at Meghan. So we're giving a little bit of a shuffle, not too near the microphone. They've all been done before, so. Meghan Markle, not Merkel, as I keep saying back, getting it wrong all the time. So, let's have a look at Meghan. And then we'll look at them together, and then we do some oracle cards, and then I'll tell you the major secrets at the end, which I don't think anybody else has come up with. Right, this lady has a few negatives, and they're changing a little bit from what we saw last time. She's making life difficult for herself. I think she can be a bit stroppy sometimes. Who can't? We all can, I know. But she can be a bit stroppy with Harry. She can be a bit pushy with Harry. And dare I say it, from a girl, I think she's a bit of a bully to him sometimes. Let me know in the comments below what you make of that. I think she pushes him around a bit. And I think because he's lonely and he's on his own, although he's with millions of people, thousands of people, he's on his own over there in America, I think, excuse me, I think she pushes him around a bit. But there's arguments in this reading, there's quarrels. And they may not be with Harry because they weren't in his reading. So I think Meghan has arguments and quarrels coming up that she will not win. In fact, she can't win. If she argues for the next 12 to 14 weeks, she's going to lose. That involves arguments with press, with family, with friends, with the paparazzi, whatever. If she argues, or legal arguments, she will lose. So if I was talking to her, I'd say, Meghan, you'll be wrong even if you're right, so don't bother. Don't bother arguing at the moment. She has the Tower card from the Major Arcana. People falling to their death from a tower. Can you see that? Horrible looking card. But it doesn't mean quite as bad things as it looks. It means turbulence, and it means she's going to go through some kind of an upset. And the upset will not be pleasant at all. But with all Tower cards, it usually means that the upset will clear the way for better things in the future. So I don't believe that either of this pair are that happy, really, despite the smiles. And I'm going to get shot for saying it, but you may not believe me or agree, so put it in the comments. But I don't think they're happy. I think Meghan has arguments around it. Could be with Harry, and she won't win those either. I don't think she sees things clearly. I think she's bogged down with trying to make money. And she doesn't need it, so I don't know why she bothers. But it's not just money with Meghan. It's fame and notoriety and that sort of thing. She likes to be the centre of attention. And lots of girls do. You can't blame her for that. But she does like to be the centre of attention. If she doesn't get that, she can get a bit angry and a bit stroppy. I won't say nasty, but she can be a bit moody. And there's a woman who worries about her, and it's not her mum. It's someone else younger. Somebody cares a lot about Meghan, enough to worry about her, so they don't think she's going on the right direction. You may see the Justice card here as well. That means karma, means you're going to get justice. You'll get what you deserve. But it also means, quite often, court cases, which is always involved in that sort of thing anyway. So the court cases, or the Justice card, is right next to the one that signifies arguments. That you can see the conflict going on in the sword card there. It tells me that if she embarks on any more legal stuff or legal things during the next 3 or 4 months, she's going to lose. She can't win. Let me know in the comments, and let me know if I turn out to be right. Now, one of the main things about Meghan's reading is one word, and that word is secrecy. She's secretive. She's hiding things from people, possibly from Harry. But secrecy can mean that people are doing it to her. So there may be people around her who are not necessarily cheating her or deceiving her, but they may be secretive and keep things from her that she should be told about. Sometimes people are secretive because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But sometimes they're secretive because there's naughtiness going on and a bit of skullduggery going on, and I think that's what it is. This couple are not what they appear on the TV or on your screens in any way at all. I don't think they are, and I'll stick in by it. I don't think either of them are happy. I don't think either of them are in the right place. I think they're both in the wrong place. The energies coming from this couple are touching like electricity. You know, when you put two wires together and they spark. That's what they're doing at the moment. And I think they're giving off sparks, living in a powder keg, as that song says, and giving off sparks. And very soon, it's going to come to a head. You heard it here first. davidcharlespsychic.com or David Charles Psychic Limited. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'd like to know your opinions, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. There is somebody around this girl who's secretive. There's at least one man who's hiding something, but there's more than that. But one man in particular has got something to hide. It's not Harry. And this person is hovering around this girl, and I don't like the look of it. So, strange reading completely. But she'll get justice. She'll get what she deserves, or she's having what she deserves. That means if she's been naughty, she's paying for it, or she will soon. There is a woman that worries about her. There's another lady here. You may see the Queen of Pentacles, because they would be diamonds in an ordinary pack. That, I think, is her mum, but I could be wrong. If you know who that is, tell me. It may not be a mum actually, because she looks a bit more aristocratic in a way. So it may be someone from over here. But somebody helps her and somebody worries about her. But the secrecy around this girl, there's turbulence coming soon. So if you're watching this, Meghan, be careful. Now, let's do 4 oracle cards, and then I'll tell you the major secrets that nobody knows, I don't think. The first one's a water card. They've been shuffled. I can't read these without my bat. Where are they? There they are. You have to read these. So this one says to them both. No, let's take a look at them both. I said I'll look at them both, didn't I? Yeah, we're both together. I beg your pardon. Let's have a look at Harry and Meghan together as a couple, just briefly. Right. Well, they're guided by spirit, so one of them has a spirit guide. It's probably Princess Diana. Well, it is Princess Diana. And she's got her eye on them. She knows that all is not well. Diana knows that all is not. There's a male spirit guide as well here. So, could be Prince Philip, but I don't think it is. There's a male spirit guide in this reading and a lady. The reading indicates temptation as depicted by the devil from the major arcana. One or both of them is being tempted to do something a bit naughty, a bit something they shouldn't do or they wouldn't normally do. You may have noticed this sun card, which means it can mean babies, but it means new beginnings, new adventures, new things for both of them. The star card here again from the major arcana indicates psychic activity, new stuff, good things coming. Things are improving because they're not happy now, but they're going to be better than they were. I think they will end up happy, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But neither of these pairs are sleeping properly. Maybe they go to bed too late, but they're not sleeping properly. They're surrounded by people they can't trust. I'm sticking with that, and they've been like that for a while. They've been hurt in the past. They've been let down in the past. And there's people around Meghan, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle that cannot be trusted, and they're heading their way still. And they've got to be very careful. They're both a bit worried. Now, I just realised, looking at these readings, all 3 of them, there's no love in any of this. There's no love. So, I think this came up last time. They don't seem to be in love. If they are, then I think one of them is giving more love than the other. There's an imbalance here, like the scales are not right. One of them loves the other one more than the other one loves one of them. So, you can guess which one that is. Let me know what you think in the comments. One of these pair is giving more than the other in the love stakes. They're not shown as soulmates, I'm afraid. But soulmates are very rare. Everyone thinks they're with their soulmates. They're quite rare. Your soulmate is someone, well, you'll know when you've got one. Let me know if you've got one. But I don't think these 2 are soulmates. I think they're on the wrong track. I think they're giving off electricity and bad energy to each other. And eventually, it's going to come to a head, and they'll have to sort it out one way or another. They're definitely guided by Princess Diana. There's no question about that. She's around there, and she's watching over them. And I can almost feel it now in this reading. Let's take a look. I'm picking up good vibes for their eldest child. That's good. So I don't know what that is, but there's good things happening there. And let's take a look at some oracle cards. That didn't reveal much that wasn't in their individual things. So the first one's a water card. I'll do this again. And this water card says to them both, things are turning... I don't believe it. This has been shuffled, I promise you. This is a question. Things not turning out how you'd hoped. Try to see the positives in the situation. You may not be able to read that, but these have been shuffled, and that is so on the mark. Things not turning out as you had hoped. Try to see the positives in the situation. So they need to sort it out. Next one's a fire card. This one says, you're embarking on a road that brings you joy and abundance. So they're changing. They're changing big time. And they're doing it soon. Then a water card again. This one says, someone wants to help you. Think who it might be and initiate contact. Someone wants to help you. Think of who it might be and initiate contact. And one more fire card again. Lovely fire in the woods. Looks like the northern lights in the background there. This one says, ignite the fire that connects you to the divine. So they've both got some psychic ability, particularly Harry, I think. Ignite the fire within you that connects you to the divine. If you're watching Harry, open the fire within you, ignite it, get the passion going. Now, I said I'd tell you a couple of secrets that I believe I'm the first one to come out with. And I think I said 3 months ago these pair would be living separately within a year, so there's a few months left of that to go. Within the next year, they will be living with new partners. Meghan, I predict, will be living with a different person in the same property, living together as like husband and wife. And Harry will be seeing a lady, and I think it's someone from the past. I may be wrong about that, but he's seeing a new lady. He won't be living with her. Meghan will be living with a new bloke, a new chap, and Harry will be seeing and dating a new lady within 12 months. This could be much sooner than that, but within 12 months. Within the next 9 months, they will be living separate lives. Within 12 months, Meghan will be with a new partner, and Harry will be seeing somebody who is possibly from his past. And I don't know much about the Meghan one, but Harry's lady will bring him more happiness than he's had since his mum was alive. And he's going to be happy. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please subscribe to my channel. David Charles Psychic is my website. If you want a reading with one of my team, and I only employ the best, give me a like if you like it. Don't dislike it if you don't like it. And let me know what you think in the comments. And share me with your friends on Facebook and social media and all that. And if you click the little bell icon, YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. It should be once a week, but COVID's slowed that down recently. But thank you so much for watching wherever you are in this lovely world, and I'd love to hear from you. And remember, my motto, think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you will be loved. And I love every single one of you. Take it easy. Stay cool. Catch you later. Bye-bye.